All right guys, Patrick Walters here. Now, this is just my opinion. I'm not a big swim bait expert, but I've thrown it a good bit. I've caught them at Fort, caught them a lot of places, caught them here at Santee a couple times on it. It's kind of an underdog. Nobody really throws it. I'm gonna give you my glide bait setup and how I throw it. So the thing is with bigger baits, now this isn't even a big glide bait. They make them a lot bigger. This is the Storm Arashi Glide. One thing I do is I do change my hooks. I put the quads on there. Those are decoys. Traditionally leave the snap. If I'm catching a lot of fish, I'm actually gonna probably change that snap, put a split ring on there. But I've caught a lot of big fish with that snap. It typically doesn't matter. Change the hooks. Other than that, that's about it. It's straight up ready to go. I'm throwing this on 20-pound fluorocarbon. I do two setups. If I'm throwing it out and I'm just slow reeling it, making a lot of cast, just long cast and I'm reeling it, I'm gonna throw it on straight 20-pound fluorocarbon. But if I'm fishing it around cover, and I'm fishing around grass, and I'm doing quarter turns. That's how I'm gonna work it. I'm either gonna do a slow reel, and that bait's just gonna come through there nice and slow, or I'm doing quarter turns with the reel handle, just those little twitches. That bait's. I'm actually gonna go braid to fluoro. That's 65-pound braid to a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. It's Sufix 832 braid. I love that braid. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is about that stuff, but it is hands down the best braid on the market, I believe. There's my knot right there. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that real well, but just 20-pound Sufix advanced fluorocarbon to 832 65-pound braid. I'll do like a 10-foot leader. I've actually retied a couple times. It's gotten a little bit short. This is on a Daiwa Tatula Elite 8-foot swim bait rod. It's a heavy swim bait rod. That way it's got that big old broom handle. You can make long casts. It's on this reel, by the way, is hands down an underdog. This is the Daiwa Tatula 300. Look at the brute handle on that thing. This is what I caught a lot of my fish on at Fork. If I'm throwing a big swim bait, if I'm throwing A-rigs, anything, I mean, look at that. I do really love this reel. You can hold a lot of line. This is on an 8-to-1 gear ratio, and that's because I'm doing quarter turns with it. You know, that 8-to-1 does a perfect quarter turn with this bigger reel handle, and that bait just, and I really do love that. But this rod, real long handle, I mean, it just gets rid of, it's still going, still just landed. So you can make a lot of long casts. You can really winch those fish in. And my opinion, if you hook that fish, bring him to the boat as fast as you can. If he's going one way, you let him go that way. But what you want to do is if you get him to the boat and he's coming, just swing him. The gear can handle it. It's a big rod, big reel, big line. Swing that fish. This gear can handle it, because if you give that fish any slack, that it's really heavy. I mean, you can see how big these baits are, that he'll get play in there, because he might have it hooked on the side of the face or something, and that bait's just out there playing. You need to swing that fish in the boat and get him in the boat as fast as you can. And that's my setup for glide baits.